Hey, it's Charles here again. I'm so excited that you made it to the first model, building your champion mindset. Before I really go into building a champion mindset and what a champion mindset is, I want to really tell you a story so that you can understand why I feel this is the most critical thing you can do for yourself. If you really want to achieve the life you want, if you really want to go to those heights and really thrive, and not be limited by your foundation or the people around you or the family you come from. And it's very important that you listen and pay close attention to everything that you're going to learn in this model, because this is going to show you exactly what makes a winner and how you can leverage the power of your mind to create the life that you want. We all have equal time. We all have equal opportunity. But the only thing that is really different is our mindset. I grew up in a very poor environment. I was raised by a single mother. So from a young age, I saw how the people that I cared about, my family, suffered, especially my mom. She would get drunk and cry every night, pray to God, fast, did everything our pastor said, did everything the society said, but nothing was growing in her life. And I wondered why. But you see, one thing I knew from a young age is that I didn't want to live the life that she was living. I didn't want to go through life and watch my kids suffer and not be able to give them a better life. Because my mother wanted to give me a better life. She wanted to do everything in her power to change our circumstances so that she can be able to provide for me and my younger sister. But it was just not possible because of a mindset. If you want to thrive and if you want to make a better life for yourself, if you want to create a better life for yourself, you have to really believe that a better life is possible for you. You have to believe that you can make a better life for yourself. Because if you do not believe it, then you will not be able to take the actions needed to create that better life. You see, when I was a young kid, I was really so confused about the world. I was confused about what I want to do with my life. I was confused about how can I really achieve the things that I dream about. The reason why I was confused is because I had older folks, my uncles, my aunties, my older cousins who are much older than me, and they were all suffering. But I knew that that was not the life I wanted for myself. I knew that from a young age that I wanted more. I wanted something better. I want to be able to provide some stability for myself and for my family. I want to be able to give my mother a better life. I want to be able to stop her from crying every single night and just make her stop worrying about money. But I didn't know how to do it. So I paid attention to everybody around me. And I realized one thing. Everybody was complaining. Everybody was praying to God for a solution. Everybody was blaming somebody else for their problems. Everybody were hoping for a miracle helper, a destiny helper to come and save them from their problems or the life they have. They were all finding some faults in the world. And as I started really growing up, I started trying to understand how come out of all my family members, nobody was able to attain success. Some people will just come up and say, I want to be a businessman. Before you know, they go into business. After the first year, they stop and they go back to their normal lifestyle. Some people will say, I want to be a musician. After a while, they just go into music for a while. Some people will say, I want to be a dancer. Some people, after a while, they'll just do this, and they go back to their old lifestyle. And I discovered one thing, which I want to share with you. You see, I want you to pay close attention to this board here. This is potential, this is action, this is result, and this is certainty and belief. You see, we all have the potentials to become great. Like there's nobody that was created different from the next. We all have the same capabilities. That is one great thing we all have in common. We all have the ability inside us to become more. And for so many people, they take the actions to create a life for themselves. They take actions, and at the end of the day, they get results that maybe they didn't get the results they are looking for, and they start creating disbelief. They start having doubts. They start having uncertainty. And when you have uncertainty, let's say you really know that no matter how much you try, you will never achieve something. Are you going to try hard? Are you going to give it all you have? Never. You're never going to give it all you have, because you know that even if you try from now till tomorrow, you will never ever achieve what you want. And that's one thing I realized, that a lot of people have disbelief, doubt. They lack the ability to really see what's possible in their own life. And it's no fault of theirs, but it's just the way the world is set up. Everybody wants it easy, but life is going to fucking kick you in the butt. Life is going to do everything it can to shove your head down and put you down. And for so many people, because of these difficulties that comes with life, they develop disbeliefs. They doubt themselves. And this doubt takes away from their potentials, which takes away from their action. At the end of the day, they don't get the results they are looking for. And that's why you see people go year after year living the same life, no growth. In their mind, they say they are trying. I'm doing everything I can, but are you really doing everything that you really can in this life to change your life, and you've not seen a change? Have you really taken the uncomfortable actions that despite the results you get, you still keep on going no matter what's standing in your way? Can you really look yourself in the mirror and say that I've really done everything I can to create the life I want? Many of us have not. We say we have, because we've been trying every other thing that people have said, try this, try that. And one thing I realize that people do is this: they cave in. Because all their efforts do not bring the results they want, then they put all their hope in God. God, please come and save me, go to church. That's what I discovered in my family. Everybody was going to church, were Christians. They were praying so hard. My mom prayed, fasted, did every program you can think of, but nothing changed. Do you know the reason why? Because she didn't believe. They didn't believe in themselves. When you do not believe in yourself, you are not going to do everything humanly possible to create the life you want, because you already know that it's not up to you, it's up to God. You already think that, man, it's up to some miracle helper out there. You already think that, man, somebody out there is the one who's coming to save you. But the truth is that nobody's coming to save you. You have to be the one to save yourself. And how can you save yourself when you lack the confidence and the belief and the certainty to go after what you want, knowing that no matter how hard or how difficult it is, no matter what's going to stand in your way, that you will make it happen? You can't, because you lack certainty. You lack certainty. What's the difference between a winner and a loser? The difference is that a winner knows that no matter what happens, that no matter the trials and the obstacles and the struggle that they're going to face, they will push themselves forward to get the results they want, to win that trophy. How many people are willing to push themselves? That no matter what's going to happen in life, I'm going to push myself to go get what I want. And that is the thing that my family lacked. That is the thing that I saw that my friends, my peers, people around me lacked when I was growing up. They didn't have that level of conviction in them. And when you don't have the conviction in you, you will never ever travel the distance. You will never. Just imagine that you have one uncle who is wealthy, lives in a different town, and he tells you, man, find a way to come to this town, come meet me, and I will give you some money to start up a business. You are going to find every way possible to go make that money, to go get that money, whether you want to borrow from a friend, whatever you want to do, you are going to find a way to go get that money, because you know that that money is going to get you to go get more money. But let's say you get the money and at the end of the day, you go meet your uncle and he tells you, well, I wanted to give you, but something happened and I don't have the money anymore. Then you go back home in disappointment. Then the next day he calls you, say, come again today, I'll have the money now, I'll give you. Then you go that next day and the same thing happens. You go back home in disappointment. Very soon, whenever he calls you, you would ignore him. You say, this guy, he has started again. He wants to play with me. He wants to waste my time. And that is this thing that makes a lot of people never go after what they want because of too much disappointment, because of too much failure, because they believe that they've tried and they don't have the capabilities to create the life they want. So let me just pray and hope in God to come and save me. Let me just pray and hope that maybe a miracle helper will come and give me the life that I'm looking for. But if you want to really build a champion mentality, if you want to build a champion mindset, you have to be willing to go through the pain. You have to be willing to really keep pushing forward, even when it hurts, even when everything feels like, man, nothing is happening, even when you're not seeing the results you want. You have to keep pushing forward because you know deep down that no matter what happens, that is, you have to have that level of certainty, that level of belief that no matter what happens, no matter how long it's going to take, I'm going to get this thing that I want. If you can have that level of certainty in your life, you'll be able to change your life in an instant. You'll be able to go after what you want and make it happen. That is the certainty that I had when I was a kid. I didn't know that yet. But I just knew that the life that I saw my parents living, the life that I saw my uncles living, the life that I saw my friends, my peers, everybody in my environment living, that was not the life that I wanted. I wanted something more. And I knew deep down that if I go after it, even though I was not 100% sure that I'm going to get exactly what I want, but I just knew that there was something better out there for me. I just knew that there was some life that is better than the one I had, and I just wanted to pursue it. And that started my journey. The truth is this: if you want to win in life, if you really, really want to win, if you want to change your life, if you want to really be among the top 1% that didn't complain, that didn't blame, that didn't wait for somebody or one God to come and change their life, if you want to be the one that says, man, I'm going to win no matter the cost, you have to have a champion mentality. And that is simply believing that it is possible to create the life that you want. You just need to believe that. Because until you believe that, you will not be able to create it. Because until you have the belief, which is the most powerful thing we all have, the moment you believe in something, that's the moment you will be able to tap into your true potentials and take the actions needed to go create the results you want. But it starts with you believing. You have to just 100% believe. You have to have faith in you. Have faith, trust yourself. Even if you don't know how to make it happen yet, just trust that you can make it happen. That you will find a way to make it happen. You don't have to know how, you don't have to know when it's going to happen. You just need to trust that you will find a way, because you can find a way and you will. So how do you build a champion mentality? The first thing you want to do is break your limiting beliefs. We all have limiting beliefs because we came into this world empty, and everything we've learned came from some ideas that were shared to us, either by our parents, by our peers, by society, by school. One way or the other, we've absorbed information that are unconsciously working against our growth. And those are the beliefs that you need to start breaking. You need to break free. I watched these beliefs, these limiting beliefs, cage so many people in my family, and I don't want that to happen to you. You have to break free from whatever doubt that you have about your life, about your potential. You have to break free from it. I know you've tried some methods in the past and it didn't work. So that has created some level of doubt that, God, when this thing will happen, I'm not sure I will feel it can happen. I don't think I can make it happen. But if you have that type of mindset, you will never, ever take the actions required to go make it happen. You will never be willing to endure the pain. Because the truth is this, you must push past the pain period before you can get to where you want to go. You can't just wake up one day and just magically create the life you want. You must pass through a process. I remember when my first daughter started working, even my second daughter is currently learning how to walk. When they start walking as children, we all go through the same process. You start standing up and you fall, you stand up, you fall a couple of times, many times, you keep trying to stand up, you fall. Eventually you will start learning how to gain balance and you would want to walk and you fall. You do the same, you want to walk and you fall. You do the same, you get up, you want to walk and you fall. You keep doing this process until your legs get strong enough to carry the weight in your body, until your leg knows how to move. And you only do that by practicing. If a child says, because I'm falling the first time or I fell the second time, I'm not going to get up and walk, the child will never walk. That's just how it is. Some people who are crippled today, it's not because they were born that way, just because from childhood, that mentality came in, that fear to try, to fall, to fail. And they were not able to use their leg anymore because they were not able to train it. Have you ever seen in a crusade or a church setting when somebody just wakes up and said, it's a miracle, something happened? Sometimes those are true miracles, but not because God came to save them, but because something changed in their minds. Something changed. Because in the past they believed that they could not walk, but then they see somebody who walked, and immediately that forced them to believe that they too can walk. And guess what happens? Once you believe that you can do something, do you know what you give to your body? You give your body energy to go do it. You give your body permission to go do it. There's this 4 minutes mile which was broken back in the day, one record, nobody, it was, all researchers, scientists, everybody said that it was impossible for any human to run the 4 minute mile, to run a mile race within 4 minutes. So there's this guy called Robert Bannister, who was the first person to break that record. In generations before him, nobody was able to break that record. But when one day he was able to dare himself and he went to break the record, he ran the 4 minute mile and broke it. Do you know what happened 2 years after that time? After he broke that record, different people start coming up to break it because he was able to prove to those people that it was possible. Many of us are waiting for permission to go do what we need to do. We are waiting for proof that this thing is going to work before we go do it, but you don't need to wait for the proof. You don't need to know how you can create the life you want yet. You just need to go create it.